Going on? We're gonna get straight to business, and I'm gonna rant about CJ Stroud real quick. Then I'm gonna give you a $30,000 bet. This is my only bet for Monday. I don't want to watch any other games. I'm all in on the national championship with Miami and Indiana. But look, straight up, the gambling gods are testing me right now. They're trying to push me to rock bottom, and they're trying to get me to quit. And look, when I'm going through rough patches like now, it's super tough. It's super demoralizing. It sucks losing money. And look, I just can't catch a break. It was Iowa State on Saturday that they lost in a horrific way. And then I had Texans plus 10.5. And look, if you don't want to listen to my rant, you can just skip through this video. But look, CJ Stroud, either you're gambling or you just straight up suck. And he went to Ohio State. I'm supposed to like him. And that's not why I picked the Texans, but plus 10.5. They covered it every game this season. What are you doing? 4 picks in the first half. This is a playoff game. This is a do or die spot. You're throwing 4 picks. One of them was a pick six. The other two was just like, why did you throw that ball? Just take the 10-yard sack. No one cares. But you just looked terrible. And it sucks because that's 4 drives that you could have put up points that would have covered plus 10.5, but instead you throw 4 picks. And I honestly thought, like, look, you look terrible against the Steelers. Your defense can only do so much. You have a super good defense, but when you're completing the ball less than 50% of the time, you're not going to win games. And so I just thought, you know what? You beat the Steelers, you turn the ball over in that game. You're not going to do that again against the Patriots. You're going to make adjustments, you're going to fix your shit, and you're going to have a better game. And he basically did the exact same thing but worse. So another ladder challenge down the drain, another $5,000 down the drain. It's super frustrating. Like, if any of you guys watched the game, it was super frustrating. We missed it by 2 points because, yeah, Texans can't move the ball. And I thought without Nico Collins, they would be fine. But then their tight end number one, Dalton Schultz, gets hurt. Then Kate Stover gets hurt. They lose 2 tight ends. And, yeah, it was absolutely disgusting. So we're gonna take a couple of days off from the ladder challenge. I have one life left. We're back at day one, but I think for Monday, I'm gonna do a 6 unit bet, $30,000 on the national championship. And am I being aggressive, or am I overdoing it? Probably a little bit. It's probably is not the best bet, but I kind of want to just fill you guys in. The AI picks, they went 2-0. It kind of saved me today. If the AI didn't go 2-0, I would have lost a lot of money today. The AI picks are cooking. That's the only good thing I can really say right now. But um, I kind of want to fill you guys in. So before I give you guys the free pick, last year I had my Hard Rock account over $250,000. Now, I've had a dry streak since Christmas. I've had a couple of sweeps, a couple of winning days, but it's kind of been up and down, more down since Christmas Day. And yeah, honestly, like I said, I'm being tested. But at one point in 2025, it was over $250,000. I've invested some of the money into certain sports betting companies, other just tech companies that are super interesting to me. And then obviously, I like to invest in some cryptocurrencies for all you crypto guys out there. But for the most part, yeah, my bankroll has gone downhill over the last, I'd say, 2.5, 3 weeks. It's down to like 81 grand. Now, obviously, that's a lot of money to most people, but the point is it's been a lot higher before. So I'm slamming 30,000 on this bet to get momentum, and I really like the bet, obviously, or I wouldn't be slamming this amount of money on it. But the goal is in 2026, it's a long journey. Some months are going to be massive. We'll probably have the last 3 years I've done this, we usually have 3 losing months. So 9 winning months, 3 losing months. That's pretty realistic to expect. January, we still have a little less than 2 weeks to get right. I think that January can be a profitable month if we get hot. I don't know. I guess we're going to see. But if we hit this 30K bet, I think we can turn things around to end the month off hot. And I'm just telling you guys this to be transparent. I'm just telling you guys where my head is at, what's been going on. Look, I'm locked in. I'm doing my research. I'm firing on bets that I like, that I'm confident in, like I always have. I just can't catch a break. Like I can't really say anything else. Like I don't have excuses of what's happening. Obviously I can say CJ Stroud, what are you doing? But like at the end of the day, I'm losing. That's all I'm trying to say. Like I can blame CJ Stroud, or I can just take responsibility and blame it on myself and say I should have made a better pick. But look, I'm gonna keep firing away. We got 80 grand. I do 5 grand to play usually, so that's like I'm trying to do the math. That's what, 15, 16 bets. 16 bets I still got ready to go. But yeah, I think we turn it around right here. So let's dive into this pick. And real quick, if you have not gotten your free $200 on Onyx, I highly recommend downloading that right now. You put in 10, you get 200 when you use code TRUPA. It's legal in all of these green states right here. So make sure you're in one of these green states on the map. If you are, download the app, click the link in the pinned comment, put in 10. They're going to load your account with $200. That's an easy 20x just right there. So take advantage of that. They have the best alternate lines. They have the best welcome bonus in the game right now, and it would be dumb to just leave $200 on the table. So we'll take any money we can get right now during this dry patch. So let's pull up the bet. I'm pumped about it. And again, this is my only bet. And I'm not a Miami hater. So if you're in Miami or Miami is your team, honestly, ride with your team. I wouldn't take Miami money line, but maybe take Miami plus 7.5. The only thing I would say be careful of, and again, I'm trying to help us all profit. I'm not trying to say, hey, be a fan and take the team that you like. But the only reason why I think that might be a trap is we just saw that exact same trap in the 49ers Seahawks game. You have Seahawks minus 7.5. Everyone thinks, well, it's a divisional game. They could keep this game close. And I'm getting plus 7.5. Vegas loves to set traps like that because 7.5, people think, oh, well, I have a whole touchdown of wiggle room. Well, then Seahawks go out there and win by like 30 plus points. Indiana has the ability, I'm not saying they will, but they have the ability to go do the same thing. They did it against Bama. I think, what were they? Same thing. Now that I think of it, they were 7.5 point favorites against Bama. They blew them out by 38-3. And then they did the same thing against Oregon. I think it was 3.5. Yeah. People were trying to be sharp. Taking Oregon plus 3.5. Indiana goes and blows them out by 30. So all I'm saying is be cautious of that trap line. I'm not necessarily for sure it's a trap line, but it definitely could be. Everyone's going to be taking Miami plus 7.5. Indiana goes and beats them by 25. So just be cautious. Again, I'm just giving you guys my thoughts, but we're going to take Indiana to win. I think they complete the perfect season. And then I'm taking over 38.5 total points. So if I pull this up, both teams have hit this at an 80% clip on the over. The thing I really like is Indiana could cover this number just in their points alone. They could honestly put up 40, and then it doesn't even matter if Miami scores all game or not. I do think Miami will score, but the point is we might not even need Miami to put up points. So I do like that. The other thing is, look, Cignetti is the best coach in all of college football right now. And they also have the Heisman winner, and his hometown is Miami. So these are his stomping grounds. Also, Indiana travels very, very well. They just went to Atlanta against Oregon, and the whole place was basically red. There was like 10% Oregon fans, 90% Indiana fans. So if they travel to Atlanta, they're going to be able to travel to Miami. Now, maybe you Google, because I didn't Google this. Maybe you Google if Indiana or the majority of Indiana businesses honor MLK Day, because it's MLK Day. And for some companies or some states, it's a holiday and you have work off. Other states, they don't really honor it and it's not a holiday. So if it is a holiday in Indiana, people are going to be able to take that day off because they don't have work and travel to Miami. The only thing I would say is if they don't honor it and they have work just like normal, then yeah, less Indiana fans will probably go to the game. But this is the best team that Indiana has ever had. And you got the Heisman winner, the best coach. When you go from being a nobody to now the best team in the country, a lot of people are going to justify spending $5,000 to go to the national championship because, again, this is a once in a lifetime thing. Same thing for Miami. I mean, Miami's been there in the early 2000s, but Indiana, I don't know if they've ever made it to the national championship. So you never know if this is ever going to happen again. So people will be like, oh, yeah, I'll drop $5,000 on a ticket. So I do think there will be red. Obviously, it's going to be a home game for Miami. But if you look at this, I mean, it's very black and white. Indiana has put up almost 150 points more on the season. They have 11% better third down conversion, 3% more better red zone efficiency, almost 30 more net touchdowns, 1,300 more net yards, 1,000 more rushing yards, and Miami only beats them by 200 passing yards. So it's pretty one-sided, if you ask me. We can see here they're second ranked on offense, putting up 42, and then they're number one in third down conversion rate, and on defense they're also the second best in defensive scoring, and they're also the best defense to first down. So again, I'm not trying to like glaze Indiana or whatnot, or like, even though Miami beat Ohio State, I have no hate towards Miami. That's not why I'm fading them. Like, Miami deserves to be here, and kudos to them. I just think Indiana is so much better, and I think they handle this game with ease. Not with ease, but comfortably. So that's why I'm slamming 30 grand on them, and I like the over. Now, I think the over is the only thing we have to maybe worry about, just because both teams, when they faced Ohio State, both games went under. So I don't know. It's going to be nice weather. It's going to be 61 degrees in beautiful Miami, Florida. Give me some points. Like, even Ole Miss put up 27 points. There was 58 points scored in that game. And then Indiana against a tough Oregon was, 78 points. So I might be rambling at this point, but look, I'm kind of pissed off. CJ Stroud sold. Iowa State sold. I've been going through the ringer the last 2-3 weeks, but I think we get right here. So look, I'm all in on this game. Congrats to both of these teams. Like, hell of a season for both of them. No one expected these two teams to be in the national championship. Miami almost didn't even make the playoffs. So I just want to see a good game. Give me Miami on the money line with the over. And yeah, let me know down in the comments if you're tailing. If you want my AI picks, just shoot me a DM. The AI picks are honestly saving us right now. But yeah, I mean, they're straight bets, and they are usually minus 110. So yeah, if you guys like taking straight bets, this AI robot thing will detect the best value picks, and then shoot them out to me. And there's usually 1 to 3 every single day. But other than that, give me Indiana and over 38.5. So guys, good luck with all of your bets. Let's please cash this out. and let's get right. Let's get hot. Let's get hot right now. So that's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm at. So good luck with your bets. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.